Hello, everyone, and happy Financially Lit Tuesday. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another Financially Lit Tuesday, where I bring you news, tips, and tricks on how to wealth up. I'm back every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so be sure to join us. For those of you tuned in, go ahead and drop a comment so I know who's tuned in with me. If you're tuning in from the Sipping Wealth YouTube channel, be sure to hit the subscribe bell and the notification bell so that you don't miss any Financial Lit Tuesdays. All right, and also make sure that you hit the share button so that your friends and families could come on the wealth journey with us so that they are up to date and knowledgeable on all this financial literacy as well. So today is a little festive, financially lit because we do have a holiday coming up, Christmas. So I'm going to be talking about some budgeting tips, also some stats and everything having to do with the holiday. And also I have some updates for you for as far as Grand Rev and things like that, things that we have in store for you as well. So again, like I said, if you're tuned in, go ahead and drop a comment for us. Um, so for starters, as your friendly, awesome, amazing, the best accountant ever, your neighborhood accountant, I have a feeling that most of you out there are on the naughty list because you're out there splurging, buying all these gifts and things that you know you could have budgeted for, but you waited to the last minute. Now you have to pay extra shipping, and now you have Amazon stopping at your door every 10 seconds. Um, and I know that some of my clients as well, I'm looking at their numbers and their books, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going to have to hear it from me for our January meeting. Just know that. But here are some stats just so y'all will definitely, are up to date on some things, some quick knowledge. So by New Year's Eve, the average American holiday shopper is expected to spend $1,300, which I found pretty shocking because the average American, if there was a $500 emergency, they wouldn't even be able to pay it. But somehow we found $1,300 to make sure that we're spending on this holiday season. Um, but hey, MJ, how's it going? Hey. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Yeah, so at the beginning of November 2020, 49% of shoppers started shopping for the holiday. So, they're pretty quick. So in November, they were lit. That number right now is at 85%. Well, by the end of this month, it's going to be at 85%. So from 49 to 85. Definitely almost doubling. So in 2020, holiday retail sales in the U.S. were forecast to an amount of $755 billion. I said $755 billion retail sales. That's quite a bit. And e-commerce, I don't know how many of you did online shopping. How many of y'all did online shopping this year? I did all online shopping actually. When I go down south to my family, I'll do some like in person because I have to get something for my mother down there. But other than that, yeah, online was my best friend. I don't know. What about y'all? What were your top places to go ahead and shop with? Are you an Amazon person, or did you go to like these smaller business, these boutiques, things like that? Where did y'all go shopping this year? You could drop it in the comment section. So e-commerce stores grew to 16.7% and profited about $123.9 billion during the holiday season. So they are taking a pretty good, chunk as far as how much they're making during the holidays. And that is expected to increase as far as retail sales about 4 to 5% this year. So sounds like that we're doing a lot more shopping this year than last year. Should be interesting to see how that pans out. So how did y'all do with spending this year? Are y'all still shopping? I know I have like a couple of days left until Christmas. Are you still doing some shopping, or are you going about other ways as far as gifting your families, or are you gifting? I want to know what y'all doing. You can drop a comment in the comment section. A lot can really be done as far as the little preparation and organization prior to the giving season. So there are some things that you should keep in mind as far as going in it. I know that little preparation are being done, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shoot, Christmas. Let me just hurry up and get stuff in. But here are some tips that you can keep in mind as far as being generous, and also making sure that you're taking care of yourself as well, so that you're not opening the new year stressed because you're like, shoot, I have to meet these financial goals and it's looking kind of crazy because I went crazy in in December. Right, you can definitely do it both. So you can limit your spending on decorations and food and all that and still be generous. All right. So I would say, first thing, that you definitely want to set a budget. So you should already have a budget because I talk to you about it every week, basically. But so this should be already within allocated within your actual budget that you already have. So if you put $3 to $1,000 for holiday gifting and things like that, just to give you a number, right? So you want to budget your different categories. So whether it's gifts, wrapping, decorations, travel, food, clothing, charity, and then a miscellaneous pile. So you want to section off your different categories as far as what your spending is going to be looking like. Once you do that, you're going to go ahead and put, different numbers. So, okay, on gifts, I don't want to spend more than a grand or 1,500 or 10 grand, depending on what your number is. In reason with your actual budget. On decorations, I don't want to spend more than $150. On traveling, maybe you have to, like myself, I have to go down to my family. I don't want to spend more than, whatever the case may be. You want to set different parameters as far as how much you're wanting to spend with those different categories. And then you want to research the best price. A lot of times you're waiting to the last minute and you're like, oh shoot, I guess I'm going to have to pay that shipping because I need the gift here under the tree before by Friday. So now you're having to pay expedited shipping or different things like that, or maybe you're having to pay more expensive price because you waited until the last minute. So, or you didn't have time to research and look for different options as far as getting your person you're gifting the right gift, right? So maybe those shoes you want to purchase that buy for that person, there are tons of vendors out there that sell that exact shoe, but you only went to one because you're like pressed for time. So definitely do your research ahead of time, and kind of see what prices are better for you. Buy early. Don't wait until last minute. I know it's last minute now, but if you could get to the stores now, just do it now before Thursday and Friday. Hey, Arthur. Hey. I'd say good evening, family. How are you doing? I hope all is well. Thank you for tuning in. Create a gift list. So I find that, like, whenever I do Christmas shopping as well, I make a list because I have too many nieces and nephews. So I don't gift them all in the same year. I actually do alternating years. So if I give this niece this year, then they're not gonna give next year, but the year after that they will. So like I have to do that because I have way too many nieces and nephews and siblings and all that, and they will bankrupt me if I had to get a gift for everyone. So um, in the ATL, okay, ooh, enjoying your cabin out there and family. I hope. So yeah, make a category of make a list as far as who you're gifting and what you want to buy for each person. So if hey, my friend, I want to make sure that I get her that clock that she wanted because she was talking about it all year, and I'm gonna put that on my list. or she said it a few times, or she want that makeup palette, or whatever the case may be. Um, I don't know, or that guy friend that wants, I don't know what guys want, but headphones, jerseys. What do y'all want? So, for your guy friend or your dad. Um, and then for parties, so if you're having a holiday party or things like that, budget for that. Create a list of things that you need for that party. So creating lists saves you a lot of money, because one thing that will hurt your pockets is just going to the store with no list and then looking around and trying to figure it out there, because you will end up spending way more than you actually should, right? Because then you start picking up things. Cut down on costs. Control the number of people on your list, on your gift list. Like I said, I do alternating years as far as who I'm gifting. Like, I do not gift the same people the same year, unless like they're a really close friend of mine. Like if I gift them last year, like family members, they're gonna take turns, like, because there's too many of them. And then Secret Santa, there's Secret Santa, White Elephant. Those are great ways, because then you just have to purchase for one person. All right. So Secret Santa, you're just purchasing for that one person. And if you want to purchase something for another person, you can, but it's like having that option, this purchasing for one person, because everyone's in that Secret Santa, makes it a lot easier on your wallet as well. White Elephant, same thing. Right? And those are fun games. Those are pretty fun games to also play as well. Who doesn't like White Elephant and Secret Santa? I actually won at my job. I won the ugly sweater contest. I went all out. I had my sweater was so cool. I put lights on it. I was jingling all over the place. And I had wrapping paper because I was a tree, and then I had wrapping paper as a skirt. It was hilarious. I ended up winning that, and then we did White Elephant, and then so I got a gift. I got $100 gift card, and it was great. So, and then I purchased like a cookbook, because I was like, oh yeah, this would be cool, a cookbook, and it was like a vegan cookbook with a bunch of recipes and things like that, and I got that. So White Elephant is cool. um, so make sure that you're sticking to your actual budget in your list. Even though you made all these lists and budgets, make sure you're actually sticking to it, because it defeats the purpose of you spending all that time creating it, right? So those are your tips. So as far as things that are coming up with Grand Rev, so January 8th, 2022, we are starting off the year wealthing up in the biggest way, and that's making sure that we are up to date on tax. If you know anyone interested in becoming a tax professional for this year, learning more about taxes to file for themselves or other people, you can definitely make sure that they are in the workshop on the 8th of this month. So it's an in-person workshop. We also have a virtual version as well. I highly recommend the in-person, because less distractions. You don't have to worry about, uh, ooh, my friend just popped up, and now I just put the workshop on pause, whatever the case may be. I walked away from the screen. So make sure that you're in person, in the building, learning. And there is a discount. We're currently doing a 20% off discount. So the workshop is normally $350. It is $280 right now. So for the next and this is like Christmas special, just to go ahead and put that out there so that you all can take advantage of this, and you can share it with your friends and family. So you definitely want to make sure you're out there. So for the next 48 hours, you can take advantage of this promo and it's Wealth Up is the promo. So 20% off. Also, we have an end of year. So for those of you that need to get your prior year taxes completed, that need to get your books cleaned up. I know a lot of business owners have been negating their books, and they're like, oh, well, I guess you definitely want to make sure that you get your books cleaned up by the end of the year. We are doing up to 50% off on our end of year Grand Rev services. So we are going into a brand new year, different pricing structure. So there will be different price increases, and different things like that in the 2022 year. 2022. year. So you definitely want to make sure that you're taking advantage of this up to 50% off sale. So this is huge. Uh, this is definitely a huge sale. I don't think we've gone that low, but definitely we're taking a big stand in 2022 as well. So we also make sure that you are doing your to-do items for our business owners. We have our taxes that are coming due, our sales tax, our estimated tax payments are coming due as well. So make sure that you're up to date on that. I know my business owners are closing out the year, closing out their books, and getting ready for the season and to make 2022 a prosperous one. So next week's topic for Financially Lit, for the last Financially Lit of 2021, is goal setting for 2022. So make sure that you are present for the last Financially Lit Tuesday of the year. We're gonna top it all off, go big. But in the meantime, make sure you all enjoy your holiday as well. I just saw Elon Musk's tax tweet. Okay, yeah, that he'll be paying, I believe he said about $20 billion in taxes. Yes. He'll be paying about $20 billion in taxes this year. He did put that out there because he sold his some of his shares in the company. And I was like, I watched my stock plummet, and I was like, my heart. When he did that, I was like, oh, why now I gotta wait until Kingdom Come for that stock to go up again. But yeah, that is pretty wild as far as how much money he's gonna be paying. But he knows that he's gonna get it back in a drop of a hat. Like, so it's not too bad. But yes, thank you all for tuning in for Financially Lit Tuesday. I will see you all next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. where I'll be bringing you news, tips, and tricks on how to wealth up. Again, go ahead and hit that share button. Oh, he said 11 billion. Okay. All right, 11 billion. But yes, where I'll bring you news, tips, and tricks on how to wealth up. So make sure that you stay financially lit, and I'll see you then.